Offroad Odyssey is presented by Rockford Fosgate.
What's up, guys? I'm Alexa Score and welcome to Offroad Odyssey. Today we're in Phoenix, Arizona, and we're going inside the build to turn a Polaris Ranger into the Thumper Fab Ranch Edition at Upfit UTV. Before we hit the trails out here at Lake Pleasant, we've got some work to do, so let's go.
I'm Justin Smith, and I'm the Senior VP for Upfit UTV. What is Upfit, right? Everybody wants to know. It's a little bit complicated, but it's not that hard to understand if you think about it when you go to a Ford dealership and you're looking for a F-150, but you've got that and you've got a Shelby edition, and you've got a Black Widow, and you've got a Rocky Ridge, all these tricked out versions. We are the company that does that with UTVs. So you can go to the dealership and you can pick up a tricked out version of your Pro R or your Ranger, completely warranted and approved through Polaris or any of the other OEMs, as well as full warranty and full financing. Upfit UTV has multiple models. We've got a Baja Limited, we've got the tailgater with TV in the bed. We've also got the Thumper Ranger Ranch Edition.
We're here in the Upfit garage, ready to get our build started. We've got our stock Polaris Ranger XP1000, and we're turning it into the Upfit Ranger Ranch Edition. So let's get to it.
So inside Upfit, we've got quite the crew that assembles all of our vehicles.
Michael McCarty,
Jordan Hoffman, Riley Kohler,
Nolan Hawley.
Just Mike. They call me all kinds of things, but I don't think we should put that on here.
As you just take this out, this will lift up off the other one.
The experience that's inside of our group of guys is decades long. Between racing off-road, play vehicles, rock crawling, desert, some mud, and East Coast trails, we kind of cover the gamut. Between any of the vehicles and units and models that we offer, we've got experience within our group to assemble it properly.
I worked for Justin previously at Shock Therapy for about 5 years.
Just under a month, actually.
Look at the rocks.
Yeah.
just over 3 years. Ooh. November? Actually, November 3rd was my first day.
I originally started in shock therapy back in December, so this would be 5 months, 6 months.
The new facility for Upfit, we're very, very excited about. 120,000 square feet will be divided amongst all of the companies and vendors that we have in the process of assembling one of these cars. One of the reasons that we partner with other companies within the industry is that we want to create models that are the best for the region that they're going to be used in. This Thumper Ranch Edition is perfect for the Texas to Florida range, where everyone is going to be trail riding and having a good time.
Our build gets going when we get back. You're watching Offroad Odyssey.
Offroad Odyssey is sponsored by Rockford Fosgate, purpose-built audio, Motorcycle gear, no matter what you ride. MotorcycleGear.com has the gear you need. Aluma Trailers, ready to ride when you are. Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply, your one-stop shop for all things DeWalt. And by Onyx Off-Road, your #1 off-road mapping and navigation app.
Welcome back to Offroad Odyssey. We've completely torn down our Polaris Ranger and now we're ready to build up. All of these parts are going on that machine. Justin, we're getting this build started and we're throwing on some shocks. Tell us what we're working with.
So normally with these factory, it kind of comes with a welded together shock you can't touch, you can't tune. And for a build like this, when you've got some long travel and you've got accessories and you've got all kinds of cool stuff on it, that is just not going to work. So we go straight for the Rolex of the shock world into Fox QS3s. These Foxes are built with all the components that we race in off-road. And with that technology comes super tunability. And on the shock therapy side, we have been able to take the inside of these, do some tuning, valving, and custom spring kits, which bring the ride quality way up, even higher than these Foxes were out of the box, and exactly tuned for all the accessories that are coming on this build.
Right, because it's gonna be a heavy machine when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and that is typically the one thing that people do the most when it comes to a mistake in ride quality is they bolt a ton of stuff on there, they don't change the spring or shock package, it bottoms out everywhere, people are complaining and maybe even hurts their back. We cure all of that and make it ride amazing, whether you're crawling through rocks or whether you're hitting it a little bit harder through the whoops and the trails trying to keep up with your friends. It's spot on with this tune.
Smooth as butter is what you're telling me.
Exactly.
I like what I'm hearing. We've got to talk about these seats. After teardown, we sent them out to get reupholstered and they came back looking real nice with this suede diamond stitch pattern. Brittany from Thumper Fab came in to help with the build. Always good to have you here. And you brought some parts with you, including this roof. Talk to us about it.
So this is our F4.2 audio roof. It's got a 360 light bars around it. It also has the integrated KC lights on the front. You also have the option to do a 40-inch light bar. Of course, we're rocking nothing but Rockford Falls gate, and our roofs are always tough enough you can stand on them.
All right, let's throw this thing on the machine. Boys, help! Could have installed this thing, right? You've installed the roof many times.
I mean, yeah, I think 2 of us could have done it. It took like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we could
just
have done it.
way more fun to watch.
It is.
Just finding the hardware, getting the bed kind of somewhat put back together so we can put the center back in it. Does it line up or is it grossly off?
The Line-X is quite a bit thicker than the original panel, so I had to wallow out the hole a little bit just to get the holes to line up.
Trying to get the factory clearance back by removing the coating from the inside of the hole. So when they add a 1/4 inch here behind the light, it pushes the bolt mounting hole to the rear, and it's not big enough to get the bolt through. The Line-X gets sprayed on thick, as you can see. It's a rubberized coating, so the surface is going to be a lot thicker. That's why we have to clearance for the hardware to get it back in.
When it comes to the body panels on this vehicle, we've got a Line-X system all over the external. So you don't have to worry about dragging across trees, dragging across rocks, or anything else. It's gonna put up with all the abuse you can put it through.
I never know what accent I'm gonna get with you. What do you got for me?
Me neither.
All right, what accent would you like first? I lost my khakis and I parked out the yard. Man, you mean down by Texas? Ha! You know, if you're going up north, you can buy one of these Rangers. They're great in the snow.
All right, then, what do we have going on back here?
So these guys are tightening up the bed. There's some clearance issues because we've coated it in a Linex bed liner material, and it's a rubber material, which is thicker than, like, say, powder coated paint. So what we have to do is clearance all the screw holes out so they will fit back into the factory location. It takes a little longer than normal, but the fit and finish will be second to none when it's complete.
Coming right along.
Yeah, coming right along.
All right, well, we got all day, so we'll just hang while you guys work.
We got all day down here at Upfit UTV in sunny Phoenix, Arizona.
Signing off.
Signing off. Back to you.
How high do you think we want to set this?
Well, this thing's gonna be on 35, so probably not very high.
Boston Day? Boston. Boston, huh?
Television.
You actually got Boston?
Hello, Boston.
She's a Boston girl, huh?
Hello, Boston.
Boston. What? Boston, Texas. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Boston, Texas.
This is the bed rack. Go ahead and put the rack on top.
It's got dumps like a truck.
These guys are hard at work here in the Upfit garage, but as you can see, we've got a lot more to do on this build. More to come when we get back on Offroad Odyssey.
Offroad Odyssey is sponsored by Shock Therapy, your premier suspension tuning company. Cargo Max, the only utility trailer in the sports car category. AMSOIL, engineered for what you drive. And by FlowFast, the ultimate portable fluid transfer system.
Welcome back to the show. We're in the Upfit garage building the Upfit Ranger Ranch Edition. We've still got a lot of work to do, and the next components going on our build, the Thumper bumpers. All right, Brittany, you brought some other parts as well. We've got the Thumper bumpers here. Tell us about them.
So Thumper bumpers, you have to have protection for your machine. So our rear bumper here, all of our bumpers are CNC laser cut winch ready. Throw that winch on, you're gonna get everybody out of a bind, even yourself out of a bind. Customizable accent panels here. Tucked behind there are two dual row 6-inch light bars. You can also wire your rear bumper into, when you throw it in reverse, it's gonna light everything up. Front bumper, massive bull bar, fits the machine like a glove. Probably one of my favorite bumpers we make is the Ranger front bumper.
Cool, and these are not only gonna work good and protect the machine, but they're gonna look good too.
That's right.
These look pretty sharp.
Welcome back to the House of Pain here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Is this what you got to put up with?
Every day. Yeah. It's lovely.
I would say Jordan.
It's gonna be Mike. Yep. Well, we're Mike squared, so like it is what it is. Mike. It's Mike.
Class clown, I would say Michael.
I'd say little Michael.
Probably shorter Mike. Just always something that says something that just has us all on the ground laughing pretty much.
We've got some doors to put on, and I think I'm being summoned and being put to work here. How heavy is this thing?
Not light.
Okay. She started. Does it matter? I do look like a mechanic. Okay. It's coming. It's finally coming together. It works? Woo! It works. 3 more. We're getting down to the wire, final moments of the build, and all hands are on deck. A little bit of chaos in here, but it's all controlled chaos.
What you doing?
Small girl hands. Hooking up the speaker wire. Pretty important job here.
You see what you're doing?
No. Just going by feel. Following my heart here.
Did you say that wiring was your favorite?
Yeah. Oh? Got it!
That sounded like a definite
Snap.
click. Hell yeah.
We heard it. It's done. Woohoo! What do you think?
Well, I think good help's hard to find, but it looks good. It looks real good.
The Upfit Thumper Ranger Ranch Edition is finally done, and this thing's ready for just about anything. So we're loading up and meeting some friends up at Lake Pleasant for some fun on the trails, and I cannot wait. Welcome back to Offroad Odyssey. Our Upfit Thumper Fab Ranch Edition Ranger is complete and it's ready to rip out here at Lake Pleasant. We've got friends coming by land, by air, and by sea, but before we get out there, check this thing out. The Upfit Thumper Fab Ranch Edition Ranger comes with a full Line-X body, Thumper Fab front and rear bumpers, Diodynamics rock lights, Thumper Fab audio roof with Rockford Fosgate speakers and KC highlights, a Thumper adjustable bed rack, and wireless phone charger, plus Thumper Fab long travel suspension with Fox QS3 shocks, shock therapy sway bar links, custom upholstered diamond pattern suede seats, and Bravid Blood Axe tires with Method bead grip wheels. right, Justin. She's finished. What do you think of the finished product here?
It turned out amazing. You know, we had a chance to drive it around. It goes anywhere you want. It's super plush. No one's going to argue about the ride quality. You can carry anything you want in the back. You can come over to the lake like we are right now and go fishing.
I love it.
Or you can just go over the rocks and crawl all that stuff all day long and trail ride with your friends. No restriction on running it into trees and stuff out here because of the coverage we have on the plastics. It's really nice to be able to run it without worrying about it.
I was riding in there, super smooth, enjoyable. The AC doesn't suck either in this Arizona heat, but we've got some toys out here today, so I think we should just keep ripping around. What do you think?
Let's get to it right now.